Hugo, are you not going to eat your food? You're just sitting there, staring at your food awkwardly and twiddling your thumbs.
Well, it's just… The thing is…
But you said that you wanted to eat crab? We went all over town looking for a good seafood place. And now you're not going to eat it? Is it not to your liking now? Is there some kind of specific way of preparing crabs that you were hoping for and the restaurant has somehow done it wrong or something? Well, come on, if you have a complaint, just say it already.
Well, it's just that I can't bring myself to touch crabs. They make my fingers smell all fishy and they feel all greasy.
But you said that you wanted to eat crab. Why would you say that you wanted to eat something that you feel uncomfortable even touching?
Yeah, I did say that I wanted to eat crabs. It's just…
It's just what? If you can't even bring yourself to touch them, then how have you been eating it all this time?
My mom.
What does your mom have to do with this?
My mom always scoops the meat out for my dad and puts it on his spoon for him.
Really? Your mom must love your dad a lot, huh?
I would really like for my girlfriend to do the same for me. That's the kind of relationship dynamic I grew up with, and it's kind of what I've always wanted for myself.
I'm sorry to disappoint, but I am never going to do anything like that for you. Do you not have hands of your own?
Yeah, but it's just nicer if you do it for me.
I wouldn't even do that sort of thing for my own children.
But what if they struggle?
As soon as they can use cutlery by themselves, I'll just teach them how to pull apart a crab. There's no point in babying them to the extent that they end up not being able to do it for themselves as fully grown adults. But anyway, it's tastier to suck it out like I do rather than pick it apart. But why should I have to be teaching you these kinds of things anyway? Your mom shouldn't have taught you that the only way a man can eat a crab is if a woman feeds it to him.
That's just the way things always were in my house. And another thing is that in our house, we like to use what's left of the crabs to make seafood chowder.
Ah, really? That's very frugal. Waste not, want not.
My dad likes living a frugal lifestyle.
Ah, I see.
Because my brother and I grew up just having my dad's salary to support the four of us, since my mom has always been a housewife. My mom kind of lives under my dad's thumb.
Ah, so does your dad have patriarchal ideas?
I guess you could say that.
Or is he like an authoritarian husband?
What makes you think that?
In this day and age, it's rare to see a woman scooping out crab meat and putting it on her husband's spoon. It kind of feels like she's a servant catering to him, doesn't it?
It could just be her respecting him.
I don't think so. If there was mutual respect in that relationship, I don't think that he would be letting her do that for him. If you and I are going to continue dating, then you need to get these skewed ideas of what a relationship is out of your head.
Honey…
Why are you just sitting there staring at me like that instead of eating?
Are you really not going to scoop out the meat for me?
No, I am not going to scoop out the meat for you. If you're not going to eat, that's fine. You can just watch me enjoy it instead. See how much nicer it is when you can actually get the meat out for yourself?
That's no fair.
Ailsa, don't you think that my fiancé's brother is handsome? He looks even better in person than he does in photos, doesn't he? Well, yeah, he is pretty good looking. Even though he's my fiancé's brother, I can't help but acknowledge how good looking he is. Every time I look at him, I can't just look once. I need to look 2 or 3 times. Yeah, he really is way above average in the looks department. Enough to make you swoon. I sense a but coming. But think about it rationally. I'm 31 already and I can't really start dating someone without taking my future into consideration. To be honest, I'm a little upset with you, Candace.
You are? Why?
You're engaged to a guy with a 6-figure salary, but you're asking me to date his unemployed bum of a brother? And it's not like they have family wealth either.
But isn't your family pretty rich?
Why are you bringing that up? Are you implying that I should be taking financial responsibility for my boyfriend?
I didn't mean it like that. It's just that you kept complaining that you were lonely and I knew that he was your type, so I thought it would be nice to set the two of you up on a date.
Now that I'm at the age to be seriously thinking about marriage, I don't want to mess around anymore. I want to date someone else who has similar intentions to me.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry. It just seems like my fiancé's brother took a real liking to you, so it is a shame. Oh, really? I'm telling you, it's true. Wow. She acted like she would never date him in a million years, even if he were the last man on Earth. But they've actually been secretly dating this whole time? Well, he was very persistent in trying to win her over, so I'm not surprised that she fell for him in the end. You make it sound like he was chopping away at a tree with an axe or something. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I had phrased it badly. Anyway, he used to be so gloomy and anxious, but now he's completely blossomed thanks to her. He's become a totally different person. But how long have they been dating for exactly? I think it's been quite a while. At least a few months or so. Well, I'm happy for them. It's just I feel like maybe my friend could do a little better for herself. That doesn't make me feel too great, you know. What's wrong with my brother? And why would you introduce him to her in the first place if you didn't want them to start dating? Well, to be honest, your brother doesn't have anything going for him other than his good looks. He's already 32 years old, but he doesn't have a real job and he still lives with your parents. He doesn't have the economic ability to move out anytime soon, and it doesn't look like he's even saving. And I only introduced them to each other because I thought they were both in a place where they wanted to have something casual and that they were each other's types. I kind of intended for your brother to be an, attractive distraction for my friend. You see, she's been going through a hard time at work and her past relationships have all ended terribly. And I thought spending some time with him might make her feel a little less depressed. But as a marriage partner, your brother is very lacking in comparison to her, if I'm being honest. He needs to wake up and come to terms with the reality of what modern women want. Women these days look at a man's capabilities rather than his appearance. And also, his family values seem to be quite similar to your dad's. And with that mindset, it's going to be very hard for him to get a girlfriend and keep her. Sorry, am I upsetting you? You have a little bit of a stormy expression on your face. Does any of that really matter? I'm capable and I earn lots of money and have my own house, so my parents can just leave their house to my brother. And as for a good job, I feel like he could get one if he tried because he went to a pretty good college. Why are you getting so angry about this? You're making me feel bad for even saying anything. Well, how would you feel if I started insulting your younger sibling out of nowhere? I'm sorry. I guess I was a little harsh. I just thought that it was better to be realistic. Hi, Fanny. I'm here. Oh, hi, Candace. Have you had lunch already? Yes, of course I have. I always have lunch at 12 o'clock on the dot, without fail. Where's your husband, by the way? It's Saturday today, so you should both be free, right? He's playing football with his friends. He should be able to come over later. You guys must be excited to have a 3-day weekend. Yes, we are. It's not that often we actually get to have a rest. What are you doing? Are you making seafood chowder? Yes, I am. I always do it this time of year. You really do make sure to use every last scrap of meat, huh? Hugo told me back when we were dating that you like to save the leftover crab meat to make chowder. And he also told me that you even like to scrape the meat out of the crabs to give to your husband to make sure he gets to enjoy every single bite. The first time your father-in-law ate fish at home with me after we got married, he didn't touch the fish himself at all. I asked him what he was doing, just sitting there and not eating. And he said that it was funny that I didn't know to pick the fish clean for him and give him the meat.
He said it was funny?
To this day, he has never touched any kind of seafood. No matter whether it's a regular fish that needs deboning or a shellfish or crustacean that needs to be pulled apart, he will never do it himself, and he will always wait for me to do it for him. For example, if we eat mussels, he will wait for me to pick the meat out of every single shell for him, arrange the meat on his plate, and then throw away the shells. Only then will he eat it. He is just like a child. There are so many things he is incapable of doing for himself without my help.
Ah, I see. She says that with a strange kind of fondness, but I don't understand how anyone could be happy that their husband isn't able to look after himself properly.
Look, dear, there are leftover tortillas in the fridge from making tacos, right? If you cut them up and bake them in the oven, you can make chips. If you toss them with Cheeto dust or Dorito crumbs, you can get a cheaper version that tastes like the real thing. Aren't you going to write this down on your phone?
What? Oh, well, I'm just…
If you need more seasoning, you could use salt or garlic powder. Basically, all leftovers can be reused in some ways. It's still food. Don't waste any tortillas. This is how you live frugally.
But surely trying to save the tortillas is just going to cost you more in seasoning and electricity?
It's really tasty, you know.
It must have been tough for you always living like this.
Tough? Is that how you see it? I suppose you young people don't know what it's like to actually have a tough life. People of your generation don't know how to look after yourselves. You just live day to day, just scraping by. You know, in this family, we are devout Christians, and we hold a vigil for the death anniversaries of each of my husband's important ancestors. We gather and pray together in service to them. After hours of prayer, we feast together. I only stopped doing it last year.
Why did you stop?
Because my knees can't take all the kneeling anymore. And not to mention the cooking and constant hauling things around the kitchen. After I had surgery on them, we stopped doing it. And so did all of your father-in-law's siblings, their wives, and all of their children. It's been about 2 years since my surgery now.
Oh, I see. All of those other family members were wise. They should have said they couldn't do it from the start.
Oh, by the way, while we're on the subject.
Yes?
When you go out to the balcony, there's a built-in wardrobe, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I've seen it before.
You'll find a couple of boxes full of candles and rosaries and pictures of the ancestors for our service. There should be 2 medium-sized boxes.
What am I getting those for?
We're getting ready for the service, and the boxes say family service. Why do you think I need them?
I'm feeling really uneasy all of a sudden. I'm so nervous. Surely she doesn't think that she can make me take her place for these family services. Does she?
Tomorrow is the anniversary of my husband's mother's death.
Sorry, what?
Why are you looking at me like that? Are your family not good Christians as well? Do you not have traditions?
No, my entire family are atheists, and I've only ever gone to church at Christmas.
I wondered why your mom looked so well-fed and had such nice, smooth hands. She clearly comes from a background where she never had to do any work.
Okay, so are you planning on preparing today and then holding this service tomorrow? But didn't you say that you had decided to stop doing this?
Go on outside and see if the delivery from the supermarket has come.
Did you order something?
Why are you so slow? Hurry up! I've ordered a bunch of food for the memorial tomorrow. We will have a feast amongst the family, and then we will offer some of it to share with our deceased family members.
So, are you planning to prepare all of this food by yourself?
Why would I do it alone when I have you? I'm planning on reviving the family traditions again now that I have you to help me.
My suspicions are confirmed. But Hugo and I have plans with some friends this evening, so I won't be able to.
Is it really the end of the world if you don't show up to one meetup with your friends?
Well, no, I suppose not. But
it won't kill you to miss it. And besides, I'm sure there will be alcohol there, and it's not becoming for a young lady to drink.
Well, but
why aren't you going out to get the delivery? You don't want to keep the poor delivery guy waiting now, do you? You can't be expecting me to help you with these knees of mine now, can you?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm going now.
Dear, once you're done with the meatloaf, leave the roast. I'll do them faster than you can anyway. Why are you so slow? Watching you is making me anxious.
I'm sorry. It's just that I've never done anything like this before.
It's a race against time! Hurry up! Chop up this beef. You do know how to chop, right? Did your mother not teach you any of the essential skills needed to be a good housewife? It needs to be quick and precise. Chop, chop, chop! We're making skewers next, so the meat needs to be in perfect bite-sized pieces.
Ah, so we're making skewers as well, are we?
If we're going to start doing this again, we're not going to do it half-heartedly. I used to do this every year with my sisters-in-law, you know. My shoulders, arms, and knees are all stiff and sore, but it didn't kill me.
Ah, that's very reassuring.
Watch how I do it carefully. Like I said, you can't be half-hearted with this.
But why do we have to do all of this exactly?
Honestly, you're being very annoying with all of your questions today. When your brother-in-law gets married and brings a wife home, you're going to have to be the one teaching her how to do all of this stuff. That's your role as the oldest daughter-in-law.
Does she really want me to spearhead the revival of this family tradition? Does she want to ruin my niece as well?
Ooh, Mom, are you making meatloaf? Yes, we are. They're my favorite.
And when they're all done, you, your father, and my husband will sit at the table and eat them contentedly, despite the fact that you didn't do anything towards helping to make them. And then, when you've finished eating, you'll move to the lounge and sit on the couch watching TV while I go and wash the dishes. I'm sure it is tasty when you get to eat them at your leisure.
Oh, is that fried mushrooms with potatoes?
Rylan, please, wait until everything is finished to start picking at the deep-fried mushrooms. Please just leave us to get things done. There's still a lot to do.
You think this is a lot? You've only done half of what my mom used to make back in her prime. Oh dear. What's a man like you doing here in the kitchen, sweetheart? Go and sit in the lounge and watch TV or something. You shouldn't be spending too long in the women's sphere.
I thought the women's sphere and the men's sphere were concepts we left back in the 1800s. On top of being ridiculously misogynistic, this family doesn't stop being a nuisance. I can't decide whether I want to smack my nagging mother-in-law or my hovering brother-in-law first.
Honey! Come into the kitchen quickly!
What is it?
My arms and back are absolutely killing me. Would you be able to come and do the dishes for me?
Yeah, of course.
Hey! What are you doing in the kitchen, son?
Oh, Dad, well, I was just…
Are you crazy? Why is he messing with the dish soap dispenser? Are you out of your mind? Get out of the kitchen right this instant!
Oh my gosh. Is this really happening to me?
Marriage? You're dating him with the intention of marrying him?
Of course I am. Why shouldn't I?
Well, it's just that marriage is a really serious matter and Rylan is not exactly a serious person.
But I'm reaching my mid-30s and I really don't think it's best to wait any longer, Candace.
These days, everyone gets married late. I got married late too.
You're a prime example of why women shouldn't wait to get married. You waited and now you're pregnant in your late 30s and having a hard time because of it. Last time I went out with my girlfriends, they were all saying that if I want to have a kid, I should go ahead and do it sooner rather than later. So that's why I'm thinking about getting married now.
But it's not like you've even been dating for that long. Surely you need to get to know each other a little better before you get married.
Well, I'm with him because I like being with him. What more is there to it? And there are plenty of people who get married after being together for less time.
Rylan has only just decided to clean his act up and get some friends together to start some kind of IT project. He doesn't even make that much money. You said yourself that he was nothing but an unemployed bum when you first met.
My family has lots of money, so it's fine.
You're crazy. Why are you so obsessed with him?
Because he has a great body.
What?
It's just a joke.
The thing is, I don't really think that it was just a joke. You do know that extreme physical attraction can sometimes be a bad thing because it can make you blind to lots of red flags, right? Looks fade, but you'll be stuck with that personality of his forever, and I'm worried he's going to end up turning into his dad at this rate. I really don't know what I'm going to do with you, Elsa.
Oh, really? You're getting married? Congratulations, son.
Yes, I am, Dad. Thank you.
Your sister-in-law did a good job introducing you to her.
Dad, all of Candace's friends come from really good backgrounds, you know.
Oh, I see. So you will be the only man in their family, considering that she doesn't have any brothers?
Oh, yes. She's an only child, so she doesn't have any sisters either. So of course I'm going to be the only son-in-law. I think that's the first time I've ever seen you laugh like that, Dad.
Well, that means that all of her parents' wealth is going to go to her, doesn't it? Which means that it will be going to you as well.
They do own some kind of commercial property, but it's not super big.
You fool! We don't even own any commercial property! Between all of us, we have this house, your brother's house, some insurance, and a few savings.
I guess I stayed single for so long just so that I could hit the jackpot like this.
Even though you're better looking than most other men, it has been pretty difficult for you to hold down a girlfriend. You get your good looks from me, you see. I'm fully behind you on this marriage. If she's the only daughter of a wealthy family, then there's a lot in it for you. She's worth putting up with even if she ends up being a little stuck up.
Yes, I am determined to make this marriage happen, Dad. These days I've been trying my best, staying up all night. What do you mean by that? Oh, it's nothing. I guess she is pretty. She's the prettiest one out of all of my wife's friends, for sure.
Rylan!
Yes, Dad?
I'm quite envious of you, you know. You go and marry into that rich family and make something of yourself.
Yes, sir. Candace? Yes, Fanny? My knees are killing me, and I really don't think I can go on any longer. Can you do the rest by yourself? I really need to sit down. Excuse me? We still need to cook the soup and haven't even started on the pancakes. But everything else has been done, hasn't it? Fanny, you do realize that I am also in a lot of pain, right? Well, when I was younger, I did everything by myself and didn't complain once. And there's not even that much to prepare this time round. Why are you complaining so much? Then can you at least just set the dining table for me before you sit down? Candace! What is it, Rylan? Don't order my mom around like that.
Excuse me? Do you ever wonder why my mom stopped doing these traditions before? It's because it was really tough on her.
I'm sorry, Rylan.
All you've done is cause trouble ever since you married into this family.
I really didn't say anything with bad intentions. I just thought that it would help us save some time.
Well, I don't believe that you didn't have bad intentions. Do you have any idea how sad we all were for my mom when she had to go through the knee surgery? Who do you think you are, ordering my poor mom around like that? Hey, who do you think you are talking to my wife like that? What are you getting so upset for? She clearly doesn't know how to be respectful of her in-laws. She can't just come to our house and start barking orders at her mother-in-law like that. She obviously doesn't know her place. Her place? Her place? Well, you clearly don't know that it's disgustingly rude to behave this way towards your older sister-in-law. What's wrong with your attitude? You're so uncouth. Hey! Do you think your sister-in-law isn't under enough stress already? How dare you behave like this towards her when she's pregnant? What's wrong with you? Hugo, I think you're drunk. Oh, I'm drunk, am I? Sure, after 2 glasses of beer. But you have had at least 5 or 6 whiskeys already. Yeah, so what? It really is shocking for a man to get drunk and then act like this towards a woman. You really have no sense. It scares me how little respect you have for her. Are you forgetting who the oldest brother is here, you little punk?
Why are you two yelling in front of your old parents like this?
You really are both making a mountain out of a molehill. There's no need to have a screaming match over this.
And this is why you should have brought home a good wife, Hugo!
Donald, with all due respect, I don't know what I have done to deserve to hear those awful words from you. All I did was ask for one tiny bit of help. And then Rylan goes and blows up on me like this.
What did you just say? Where did you learn to be so disrespectful? How dare you look your father-in-law in the eye and be so defiant?
See, Hugo? See how your woman behaves in front of Dad? I think you need to keep her on a tighter leash. Now you come here and I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. My woman on a tighter leash! Ouch, Hugo!
Hugo! Stop trying to strangle your brother!
Honey, take off that apron, grab your coat, and go and wait for me in the car. Hurry up and leave while you can. It's best for you to get out of here right now.
Yes, of course.
Dad.
No matter how upset you are with your parents or siblings, don't badmouth your parents in front of your wife like a fool!
Dad, do you not realize that my wife is pregnant right now?
So what? When I was pregnant, I still pulled my weight and did whatever your grandmother asked of me without complaining.
Mom, how can you be so unfeeling towards a fellow woman in such a vulnerable state?
What did you just say?
Dad, am I not this family's oldest son?
Yes, you are!
Well, I don't want to be anymore. I'm not going to be taking part in any more of these family traditions, and neither will my wife.
Excuse me?
That's what I've decided.
Are you really going to disrespect our family and generations of tradition like this?
Why don't you just have a church service said for them and be over with it?
We're talking about my parents! Our church! They deserve the best of the best!
Be honest, Dad. You're not doing this for the sake of those who have passed on. You're doing it for your own sake, aren't you? You're doing it because you think it's going to give you bonus points in heaven or something, aren't you? But you're not the one suffering with all the preparations. It's the women of the house who are the ones who have to suffer.
Well, what else are women for? What else do they do?
Dad, you have no idea of the half of the things Mom does around the house for you. Just you try living on your own for one day and I bet you won't be able to do anything for yourself. Do you remember how we lived when Mom was having her knee surgery? It was a huge mess, wasn't it? Dad, you need to change.
You're the one who needs to change!
I am planning to, which is why my wife and I are not going to be taking part in any family church services anymore.
But you can't! As the eldest son!
I feel like I've already done enough as the oldest son. I will continue to fulfill my duty to you both as my parents, but I'm not going to be involved in the tradition anymore. I don't want my wife, the mother of my child, to be worked to the bone like this. I want to protect and cherish the person I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with.
You good for nothing!
Look at you, Mr. Doting Husband. Now you can just shut your mouth. If you're drunk, you should just acknowledge it and go to bed already. You arrogant little. Then what are we going to do about the service from now on? If you're that upset at the thought of not doing them anymore, then you take responsibility for them after you get married. But you're older than me. I told you I give up on being the oldest son of this family as of today. You're the oldest son now for all I care. Honestly, you disgust me. If you ever talk to my wife the way you talk to her today ever again, your attitude is shocking. I will happily spend the rest of my life never seeing you again.
Yeah, she's great! So cheerful and full of charm!
Yes, I agree. And darling, don't you think she looks like the kind of woman who would only give birth to sons? Her hair is thick and smooth like ebony, just like mine was when I was young.
What's going on here?
A woman's worth is determined by how many sons she can produce. You can hold your head high if you only have sons. I only had 2 sons, you see.
Well, if you look at my family, they mostly just have daughters. I'm my parents' only daughter. And my uncle on my dad's side has 3 daughters, and my aunt on my dad's side has 2. All my cousins are girls, you see. And my mom was also an only daughter, so I'm my mom's parents' only grandchild.
Oh my goodness. What should we do?
Anyway, these days most people prefer to have daughters.
Even so, we need sons to pass down the family traditions.
What kind of family traditions?
We have a tradition in which the ancestors on the paternal side are honored on their death days with a family service that the sons of the family and their wives take responsibility for. His family had high standing in the church from the days of the Mayflower. The wives prepare a huge feast so that we can share it with the spirits of the deceased family members, and we kneel and pray and hold a vigil together.
Oh, dear. Candace, you didn't tell me anything about this.
Oh, I didn't? I'm sorry. It must have slipped my mind.
It just doesn't seem like something people would do in the 21st century. And making the women do all of the work? What's up with that?
I would watch my mouth if I were you, young lady.
Dad, she's from a really rich family. Please just hold in your anger for now. She's not going to stand for doing hard work. Dad, are you okay? Are you choking on something?
Fanny, go and get a tissue for me so I can cough into it.
Yes, of course. Just a second.
Oh no. This family is terrible. Oh my gosh, Candace!
What is it? It's so nice that you two are already close to each other, since you're basically going to be sisters soon.
Well, nothing is set in stone yet. There's still a chance that we might not end up being sisters.
What did you just say?
Candace, why don't you ask Rylan to move those plates for you? Since your husband isn't here right now. You're pregnant and you shouldn't be carrying something so heavy.
You stay where you are, Rylan. You know that it's wrong for a man to do a woman's job such as carrying dishes.
Yes, but Dad, they do seem to be really heavy.
Oh my goodness, Candace! Your in-laws really are strange. You're the one moving all the food from the kitchen to the dining room. And yet the men who are obviously physically stronger than you, are just sat around doing nothing. I guess the family sees women as nothing but domestic servants, huh? Did you cook the whole Thanksgiving meal by yourself as well? The turkey and everything? While pregnant?
Well, the thing is…
This is something that would never happen in my house.
I don't like how this young girl thinks she can say whatever she likes in this house. You shouldn't be talking like that in front of your elders, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm an only daughter, you see, so I'm kind of used to just speaking my mind. But Rylan, your family is just too strange for me. How can people live like this in this day and age? Women are not domestic servants.
What did you say? Where did you learn these terrible manners from?
I'm sorry, but I think I'm going to get going now.
Elsa, wait! Where are you going?
I'm sorry, Rylan, but this is just not a place where I can see myself belonging.
Elsa? Elsa! Where are you going?
I see you in a whole new light now, Candace. I have tons of respect for you for being able to put up with this. Anyway, I'm off.
And so that's how my brother-in-law's fiance broke things off with him. He threw a huge tantrum, crying and screaming that he would cut ties with his parents because they ruined his one shot of getting married to a rich woman, and that he would never find anyone like her ever again. His fiancée was firm on her stance that she wouldn't have anything to do with a patriarchal family like his, and would not be persuaded otherwise. So my brother-in-law went back to his life as a perpetual bachelor, and he started investing all his spare time in trying to seduce women from rich families. He ended up going to nightclubs several times a week in the hopes of getting lucky. But no self-respecting woman with money would ever dream of getting into a relationship with someone like him. Well, I think some of them would have been happy to date him casually because of how good-looking he is, but they for sure would never marry him. His dreams of becoming rich the easy way have been dashed, and it seems like he is just spending his days resigned to the fact that if he doesn't go to work, he won't have any money at all. But because he goes drinking most nights, he spends most of his days either drunk or hungover, and drags himself around like a zombie. As for my husband and I, we really did follow through and stop taking part in any of the family traditions. We are rushed off our feet raising our little monster as well. It looks like your brother's engagement really is off. What are we supposed to do about the family service? I can't do anything with my knees in this state.
Like I said, let's just make a donation to the church in our ancestors' name. That should keep everyone happy, right? I'll make the donation myself.
Well, I suppose you do have lots of money.
Mom, just accept the reality of the situation. My wife and I are not taking part in any services anymore, and you are physically unable to cook, clean, and kneel for an extended amount of time. If you insist on continuing to do the family traditions, you're going to have to be the one to prepare everything, and I really don't think that you can.
You're right. I can't.
Then just accept that this is the end of preserving the tradition. I think this will be the best thing for Rylan as well.
I suppose that no woman is going to want to marry into our family, are they?
That's what I'm saying. Things have been hard enough on my wife, and now I want to give her the most comfortable life possible. I felt a lot of things after seeing what happened with your knees. Don't you wish that Dad treated you a little bit better than he does?
Do you think he's the kind of person who even knows how to treat his wife well?
Well, you need to make him into that kind of person. Tell him that you won't put up with him anymore and that you'll divorce him if he doesn't decide to make a change.
But he's already upset about the fact that the family traditions are being destroyed. I don't know how he would react if I were to bring up something like divorce.
But Mom, you do realize that these traditions and services have never brought us any good luck, right? All they've done is make you physically and mentally tired and worn out, caused my wife to have a hard time, and even caused your youngest son's fiancé to break off the engagement with him. It really doesn't make sense to continue with them now, does it? But still, we need to secure our place in heaven. Stop being so preoccupied with that and instead focus on making sure you're happy while you're still here on Earth. Living in the moment and being happy in the moment is important too. Do you think that if one day you're so worn out that you can't walk anymore and you spend most of the day bedridden, that Dad would look after you? That man? Of course he wouldn't. So you need to take good care of yourself now so that doesn't happen. The doctors told you to be more careful as well, didn't they? So this is why, if you can just get your wife to do it instead. If you want me to cut ties with you completely, and you want your youngest son to die a bachelor, then by all means, carry on with the traditions.
How can you suddenly say you're feeling so unwell that you can't even make my dinner?
Well, I would like to, but my body is just screaming at me to get some rest.
Then what are we supposed to do? Just starve to death?
You should go and make dinner.
Me? Do what?
You go and do the cooking, the laundry, and the cleaning. You should be doing it all.
What are you even saying?
If you don't start pulling your weight around the house, I will not hesitate to file for divorce. So you had better be warned.
Divorce?
And that's the least of what's going to happen. Both of your sons will stop speaking to you, and you'll be left to pray to your precious ancestors all by yourself. If you don't want to die alone, then you had better clean your act up.
You insolent woman!
Hugo said he would make donations to the church in honor of them and just keep their memories alive. Surely that's the best solution here. I can't even move a muscle at the moment, so you had better sort out your own food, make your own bed, and wash your own dishes. If you don't want to do any of that, then I am divorcing you immediately.
What have I done to deserve this?
Where are you going? You need to make dinner, remember?
Stop nagging! I'm going to set the table.
Make sure you wipe the table clean with a dishcloth before you put anything on it.
Oh, dear God. Oh, dear ancestors. Mother! Father!
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Hey sis, I'm gonna get married, so do me a favor and go MIA for a while. You can do that for me, right? Say what? Geez, do I have to spell it out for you? I guess you always were stupid. In other words, I'm saying I don't want you to come to my wedding no matter what. Get a clue. I really don't care how you do it either. I'm not picky. You can coop yourself up in your house for a few years or run off and disappear. The choice is yours. It's fine if I don't go? Even though I'm your sister? Really? Oh, stop that! Don't tell me you are going to come. That's embarrassing. You should know your place. I mean, I am your sister. Is it unreasonable to think I should be there? Stop! Ew! I'm going to throw up. You're a gloomy uggo with no redeeming qualities. I don't want someone like that coming to my wedding. It makes my skin crawl. My hubby is like a celebrity. We live in two completely different worlds now. Don't you understand? You're an embarrassment and I don't need to be associated with the likes of you. Hey, you know things are gonna go pretty badly if I'm not there, right? What kind of crap are you talking about now? Are you trying to threaten me because it's not working? Well, that's not my problem now, I guess. Thank you for letting me know that I don't need to go. What a relief. See, I really had no interest in attending your wedding in the first place. But we're sisters, you know? I thought maybe I had a sisterly obligation to attend. And sometimes in life you just gotta do things you don't want to do, so I was gonna suck it up. But according to you, I don't have to go, right? Phew, boy, I am glad. I can relax and enjoy myself. What is with you? You're not upset? Like, not even a teeny tiny bit? I was kind of hoping you would be.
I'm the one refusing you, but it feels like you're the one turning me down now, and it's pissing me off. Yeah. I never really wanted to go. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not going to pretend like I did. I don't have that kind of energy to lie. Weddings sound like a drag, and going to your wedding sounds even more annoying. And then you actually went and told me I can't come. You freed me from the shackles of familial obligations. I'm grateful to you, honestly. Now that you've said that, I'm definitely not going, no matter how much you beg me. No takebacks now. Woohoo!
Why would I ever beg you to come? Do you really think that highly of yourself?
Oh wait, I get it. You're a total hermit anyway, and you're too embarrassed to be seen by people.
That's why you're happy that no one will get to know what a pathetic, lowlife nobody you really are. Oh, or maybe you're acting like you don't care so you'll piss me off, but you secretly do care deep inside and won't admit it. Oh, you're so sad. A loser like you should either stay a hermit or disappear, okay?
So that's how you found the nerve to tell me to go MIA? And if that's how you want to think, I won't stop you, but I'm telling you right now that I truly could not care less.
Whatever. Maintaining a worthless sisterly bond means nothing to me, after all. I can treat you however I want. You don't have to put up an act. Just go down quietly. It'll be easier.
Say what you want. At any rate, I won't be going. That's fine with you, right?
Listen, I'm the one saying that you can't come. Don't get it twisted. You're not turning me down. I'm turning you down. How many times do I have to say it? You're so obnoxious. This is why nobody likes you. And no one cares about you either, so stay cooped up in that room until you rot away and die. Hey, what is with the meaning of this? Everything seems to be going wrong, and it's apparently all because you're not here. What did you do? Explain all this right now. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, God, what are you bitching and moaning about? It's way too early in the morning for this. Listen, I was up all night working. Give me a break. I'm exhausted. Can we talk later?
Today's the day of my wedding.
Okay, and you told me not to come. Your wedding shouldn't have anything to do with me, no?
That's what I thought. But you see, my husband and his relatives are super angry for some reason. They're demanding to know why you're not here. I don't know why they'd care about you, but that's what they said.
Oh, right, that. Oh, they keep blowing up my phone, and it's getting really annoying. It was to the point I was just about to turn my phone off altogether. I need some space, man. I can't sleep like this.
What? Why are they sending you messages in the first place? When did you exchange contacts with any of them?
Well, the first time he came over, he got really pushy and annoying, so I gave it to him to get him to shut up. I guess he might have spread it around. And ever since then, he's been so annoying, constantly blowing up my phone every single day. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. If I did, I would have been more hesitant to share it.
Wait a second. He's been contacting you? No way. I find it hard to believe he would contact such a gloomy hermit like you. Are you lying to make yourself look more desirable? Don't tell me, were you in some kind of relationship? That'd mean he was cheating on me.
Of course not. I have no interest in airheads with no personality beyond their status.
What was that? Are you dissing my husband?
What? I mean, he is. No need to get all butthurt. He's the type of brainless idiot you get when your family is full of talented big shots and you just happen to be riding on their coattails. Not to mention a parasite leeching on the success and glory of others when he has no talents of his own to speak of. He's a dime a dozen. His family gave him the connections. He didn't have to work for them, and it shows.
Why do I have to beg you, of all people, to come when you're so annoying? What are you harassing me for? Is this a punishment? For what? Or don't tell me this is one of God's trials.
Come again? You're being dramatic.
If you don't
come they say they're gonna cancel the wedding? Can you believe that? What the hell is going on? Why do I have to bow my head to someone like you? Well, I guess that's how it goes, doesn't it? And, I don't feel like you're bowing your head to me at all. You're like the opposite of being submissive right now, and it's not that convincing. What? Think about it. Anyone can take one look at you and figure out your head's got nothing going on in there. Why, you? Are you trying to start a fight now, of all times? Oh, come on. Do you really think that just because you touched up your face a bit, you managed to snag a celebrity? Huh? Do you remember when he came over for the first time? Well, he wouldn't stop contacting me after that. He told me he was just playing around with you, but I was the one that he really had his eyes on. There is no way. He came over to my house, you know. That means he's serious about us. And then there's the fact he proposed to me that same day. Why do you have anything to do with this? He came over because you were so pushy that he relented. He thought that if he went over at least once, that'd be enough to get you to shut up. But then he said he'd marry you in order to become related to me. Like he wanted to marry me first, actually. I turned him down, of course. What? Don't be stupid. You're saying it's thanks to you that he proposed to me in the first place? That he basically couldn't have you, so he settled for me? That it was like a backup plan? That's like way too ridiculous. I can't even laugh. But that's how it actually is, isn't it? That explains why everything's going wrong. He was extremely excited to be getting the chance to call me a relative. He considered it a huge honor. He asked me all kinds of things, like if I would go to a party or if I'd visit his workplace. He was so persistent. It was annoying. See, what? That can't be. You were talking about things like that? Why would he care about a nobody like you? Well, it seems like he's one of my fans, and you know how weird fans can get. And apparently so is his uncle. And his uncle is like the main breadwinner in the family, so he's kind of a big deal. Crazy. Anyway, he was really excited to meet me at the wedding ceremony, so he took great care in making sure he wouldn't cause me any embarrassment. He pulled some strings to book a popular wedding venue. I guess a normal wedding venue is too shameful for me. Normally, you'd be put on a waiting list for like 5 years, but he did something behind the scenes. What the hell? I didn't hear anything about that. What the hell do you mean, fan? And who on earth is his uncle? His father died a little while ago, right? His older brother is your husband's uncle. Apparently, he's the CEO of a big corporate group. He has no kids, so it seems your husband was next in line to take over. I didn't know about any of that. What? You can't be serious. You're supposed to be his wife, aren't you, and therefore a part of the family? But you don't know something as basic as this? Wait a second. By any chance, maybe they thought it wasn't worth telling an ignorant and uneducated woman like you about it, and didn't bother. Figures. Your husband is only marrying you for the convenience, so you're not important. Just wait a second. No matter how you look at it, something's fishy here. Why in the world is everyone wanting to meet you? What, are you involved in something shady? Like the black market or some nightclubs? No way. Did you take advantage of their weaknesses and threaten them? Oh, you have a wild imagination. I didn't really do anything. I showed my face in a magazine several years back, like one time. That's it. You what? Yeah, for a bestseller's special edition kind of thing. It just so happened that your husband and his uncle saw it. That's the only place where you can find my face, but they knew who I was anyway and found me. They really are my fans, huh? What? Don't make me laugh. I think you're the one with the wild imagination here. I'm not, though. Huh? You knew that my job was writing novels, didn't you? I won the Rookie of the Year award back in high school for my writing, and I've been doing that ever since. I've written 3 bestseller books since then under a pen name. What kind of joke is this? It's not that funny. It's not a joke, it's the truth.
You aren't just a useless hermit then?
I told you I'm not. This whole time I've been bringing my creations out into the world for people to enjoy. Some of my books have become movies and dramas even. You knew that I left the house every once in a while, right? Usually that was to discuss those matters at meetings and stuff. It was a pain, but it's kind of fun to see how people interpret your works in a tangible way.
Seriously?
Yes, seriously. There's no reason for me to lie at this point.
If that's how it is, why didn't you tell me sooner? If you're that amazing of a person, I'm totally okay with you.
Huh?
Please, by all means, come to my wedding. Come ASAP. I want to brag about you to all my friends.
I'm getting whiplash here. You were the one who told me not to come, right? So I won't go.
Don't be so mean. We're siblings, aren't we? Growing up, we were two peas in a pod, as they always said. Pretty please, come to my wedding. There's cake.
I don't want to go, and I can't even if I did.
What?
I'm not in the country anymore. Everyone around me was too annoying and getting on my nerves, so I went overseas to escape from all of it.
No, wait. Where the hell are you then?
That's a secret. You said so yourself. You wanted me to go MIA, and so just as you wanted, I've gone MIA. I'm not exactly missing if you know where I am.
Things are different now. I don't want that anymore. Stop being MIA and come back.
Oh man, going overseas when it's off season is great. It's nice and quiet. It's much easier to breathe here than back home. I could stay here forever. With no one around to bother me, I got so absorbed in it all that I wound up staying up all night. You see why I can't make it to your wedding now? No matter how you look at it, I won't be able to go.
No way! I'm going to be in super duper big trouble without you here. Do you have any idea? The wedding is going to be canceled.
I don't care. Why is it my problem?
And that means there's going to be a cancellation fee for the wedding. And the fact that you didn't come when you were supposed to be there is going to be a really big problem. They're telling me to pay for everything.
I mean, oh well, right? He said he was going to use my name for publicity. I approved of it since it'd be related to my sister's wedding, and so they wrote up an agreement.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he framed it like best-selling author Morel is attending the wedding, or something. And that's how the wedding was publicized, and it'd boost their status since everyone would know they're affiliated with me now. That's his uncle for you. Everything's business with him. But since that's not happening anymore, of course you'll have to pay for that. Not only did you ruin a big opportunity for them, you made them lose face. Imagine advertising to everyone how a big-shot author is going to be attending your wedding, only for her to not show up. Embarrassing, right? That's the trouble you've caused.
No way!
That's the kind of contractual marriage it was, wasn't it? No love involved. They gain status from marrying you and having me there. And by staying married to you, they get to be related to me and have that as a bragging point forever. Having me show up was a big part of the agreement they wrote. At least that's what I heard. I didn't read it myself.
What are you talking about? I wasn't told about any contract. I was just going to marry him.
Didn't you sign some kind of prenuptial agreement? It's a thing in my books. My protagonists always write up prenuptial agreements. They're known for that. Your husband was saying he'd copy that, so I can't imagine he wouldn't include it in his marriage in some way.
Oh, you mean the documents I had to sign? A verbal agreement isn't enough when it comes to marriage. You have to officially apply and stuff and turn that in, right? That's what those were, I thought.
Yeah, they're similar, but the one you had to sign was a contract with strings attached. So if you don't fulfill them, you'll have to pay a penalty.
What the heck?
Wait a second. Don't tell me you signed it without reading anything.
I mean, I loved and trusted him, and no one reads contracts. That's why everyone lies and checks the yes button on terms of services, even though they didn't read any of it. No one has time for that.
Oh my god, you're a true idiot. You know that? Ugh. Anyway, the fact remains that you're bound by contract. You can't run away from it, nor the consequences. This is why I was saying you'd be in trouble if I wasn't there. I warned you. Okay, I understand that more now than ever. I get it. I'm sorry for not listening to you. I learned my lesson, so please, I'm begging you, come to my wedding. I'm telling you, it's impossible. It's about to start, isn't it? Give up. It's not happening. I can't do that. Do you realize what's going to happen to me if you don't? Come on, I'll tell them to delay the ceremony and have it at night or something. So please come home right now. Fly back like your life depends on it. I think it's your life that depends on it. I, on the other hand, want to take it nice and easy. I told you, I was up all night. Let me sleep already. I'm tired. Fly back home right now? Don't make me laugh. Even if I could somehow get a plane ticket, I don't have the strength or willpower to do that at all. Airports are exhausting. No way! I'm your sister, you know? You don't care what happens to me? Nope, I'm perfectly fine. Maintaining a worthless sisterly bond means nothing to me after all. Well, things turned out to be a huge mess. Kiki desperately didn't want to pay the cancellation fees, so she lied and got them to proceed with the wedding anyway. But of course, no matter how long they waited, that best-selling author wouldn't show up. The dissatisfaction among the guests were so palpable. It made for a miserable ceremony. In the end, I never showed, and it was all over. Of course, her husband and his uncle were furious, claiming she swindled them. They were a couple who had just married, but their relationship was already on the decline. They had the speediest divorce I've ever heard of. As stipulated in the contract, in the event I didn't show up at, she has to pay a penalty of $100,000. And of course, there's the fee she incurred by forcing the wedding through deceit. On top of the claims for reparation, she's being charged at least $150,000. Yikes. My sister tried to sue, saying that this amount was outrageous, but because she signed the contract, she had no grounds to do that, so she was denied. In order to pay for it all, she started a hellish life focused on working hard enough to pay back all her debts. She frequently sends me SOS messages that I ignore. Come to think of it, I should block her. She has no idea where I am since I never told her. I mean, I was supposed to be MIA like she originally wanted. She won't find me, so I bet there's no way she can use me now. I want to find a place where I can write in peace, so I think I'll be looking around overseas for a while longer. That's all for today. How was it? Who knew that the older sister was a best-selling author? And on top of that, she has the kind of money to move from country to country no problem? I'm so jealous. I'd love to live that kind of life. If you could sympathize with her, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to see more content. If you think you would have taken a different approach, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye. Man, Tiana, you've really let yourself go. You're such a fatty now. It's hilarious. What, you started eating too many burgers and can't lose the pounds? Excuse me? Patty, what's up all of a sudden? This came out of nowhere. I mean, aren't you embarrassed to be walking around with your belly hanging out like that? If I were you, I'd be so embarrassed. I couldn't leave the house. I'd die. The life of a cow must be the worst. Is that a joke? You're not serious, are you? I'm not necessarily fat, although your comments wouldn't be acceptable even if I was. Didn't you hear from Tony that I'm 9 months pregnant? Huh? Does that mean you're going to be having a kid? That's right. I'll be giving birth by next week at the very latest. Keeping that in mind, it's natural that my stomach would be big, right? Haven't you seen a pregnant belly before? It looks a little different from a belly that's big from fat. Oh, I didn't know. That's so funny that you're gonna give birth. Huh? That's an odd way of describing it. I don't think it's particularly funny. I do think it's one of life's many miracles, though. To think there's a tiny life inside of me just waiting to get out and say hello to the world. It's such a wonderful thing. Oh, Oh, so that's why you're such a fatty now. I thought you were eating too much, so you were packing on the pounds like no tomorrow. I was wondering if you were even the slightest bit embarrassed about that. So I messaged you to ask. I was sure no one else had brought it up to you because everyone's too nice and doesn't want to hurt your feelings. I thought someone had to tell you. Otherwise, you'd continue stuffing your face and being a fatso forever. Wow. Okay. Kind of rude. It's true that I've gained quite a bit of weight and that I'm fat, but in my opinion, that's a given when it comes to pregnancy. I don't think it's embarrassing at all, and I don't intend to make losing that new weight a priority after I give birth. It is what it is. My priority will be taking care of my new baby. Seriously? I thought you were just a regular old fatty. Who knew? You should have known. It wasn't like I was hiding it. You've seen me multiple times over the past several months. There's no way I had simply gotten fat. I don't know, Patty. I feel like I haven't been getting through to you very well. Like we're not seeing eye to eye. I say one thing, but you completely ignore it or latch onto something else. I feel like I'm having a stroke. Wowee, so that means you're about to give birth? Yikes, I kinda don't want that. What? Wait a second, what do you mean by that? You're going to have a niece. Isn't that something to be excited about? Why don't you want one? If I'm going to have a niece, that means she's gonna call me aunt, right? That's like totally embarrassing. I don't want that at all. I want to be young forever, see? If I have a little kid calling me aunt, it makes me look like 10 times older than I am. Like an old hag. Oh no, it won't. Age doesn't matter when it comes to being an aunt. There are some sibling relationships where there is a significant age gap, right? If the older sibling has a child, that'll make their younger sibling an aunt regardless of how young they are. See? So please don't be so childish. From my baby's point of view, it's true that you'll look fairly old to her. There's no helping that. Don't you remember what it was like being a kid? I remember thinking even people 2 or 3 years older than me were so old and mature. How funny it is looking back. Don't bother trying to make me feel better. I'm telling you, I don't want that no matter what. I'm still in my 20s, you know. Being called an old lady is the worst. I hope things don't go well with the baby. What did you just say to me? That was some kind of twisted joke, right? Because it's not funny. I don't want to be called an old lady. You understand where I'm coming from, don't you? No, I don't. And you know I'm 9 months pregnant. I'm about to give birth. Why would you say something like that to me so casually? I don't understand. That is just awful of you. I can't help it. I hate kids. I don't ever want to raise a kid, and I don't ever want to be around one. And I especially don't want to have to look after them either. I see. I think whether or not to have kids is everyone's choice. Not everyone's cut out to be a parent, and I respect that. But does Tony know about this? I feel like I heard he did actually want kids at some point. That has nothing to do with me. I don't want kids, so we won't be having any. End of story. Well, feel free to discuss it between the two of you. I won't barge into your personal affairs. Oh, just because you're going to be popping out a kid doesn't mean I'll look after it. I don't care if we're related. I still won't do it. So don't try to shove any of the responsibility onto me, okay? I wouldn't dream of it. I'm going to have my husband take care of me for the rest of my life. That's what true happiness actually is. I feel bad for anyone who has a kid. There's no way they're happy like that. They're probably deluding themselves into thinking they are since they can't get rid of it. Saying that to me isn't going to change anything. I can't predict what the future will hold for us, and we might go through a lot of hardships. But I do know my husband, and I will give our child plenty of love throughout it all. And hopefully we'll always stay a happy family. Oh man, I don't want to be called an aunt. Are you serious about giving birth to it? Is it too late to abort it? Oh, I can't with you. My mood is dropping, so I'm going to cut off our conversation for now. See you later. Ta-da! how was my prank? I bet it knocked your socks off. You didn't see it coming at all, did you? That was my genius at work there. Will you cut the crap already? Do you realize what you've done? What? Why are you so angry at me? I was just messing around a little. No need to get so upset. Sheesh, tough crowd. Come on. We're besties, aren't we? Are you crazy? What is going on in that head of yours? You know I'm 9 months pregnant, yet you went and set a trap for me, calling it a prank? What is wrong with you? Everything's fine, isn't it? Ma'am, I think you're overreacting. Was what I did so bad? Because I don't think it was. What's so harmful about a little prank? What you did was the lowest of the low. As a human being, you should be ashamed. Wow, harsh. You'd go so far as to say that to me? I told you I didn't want to be an aunt. You're saying that's why you did this to me? Over something like that? You're insane. A normal person wouldn't do this. What? I didn't think you'd get so mad at me. God, you're always all smiley, so I thought we'd laugh it off together. There is no way that I would. If anything happens to my baby, it'll be your fault. Ooh, so sensitive. I'm on the way to the hospital right now. I hope you're happy. What? Because of your little prank, I fell on my stomach and broke my water. That's why we're heading there right now. But if anything happens because of this, it'll be your fault. I won't forgive you. Prepare yourself. What the heck's with that? I think you're overreacting a little. You don't have to be so pissy at me. You should be all smiley like you always are. It's no good for the baby if you aren't, right? I think what you did has done way more damage to her than that. We're almost at the hospital, so I'm cutting off our conversation now. Remember what I said. How did it go? I mean, I don't think it was that big of a deal. I shouldn't have to ask. I guess it's just one of those obligations. Like, everything turned out fine, didn't it? So I hope you stop whining already. I can't believe you'd say something like that to me. You have some nerve. I told you. I'd never forgive you. My, I thought you'd calm down by now. Don't get mad just because you fell over from my little prank. You delivered your baby safe and sound, didn't you? It was too late. What? I told you, didn't I? I will never forgive you. No, wait. What are you talking about? What's too late? Stop that. If you say it like that, you're making me look like I'm the bad guy. Look like? You think you shouldn't feel an ounce of responsibility for something you caused. You don't understand that much? What do you have to say for yourself? Are you serious? Did the baby die? If she did, it would have been your fault. The truth is, I gave birth to her safely. She's a healthy baby girl. Oh my God, don't scare me like that. What the heck? Were you pulling a prank on me? Indeed, since you pulled an awful prank on me first. I thought I should pay you back with one of my own, though it's not nearly as horrible as the one you did to me. Still, that's just too mean. You don't have to pay me back. Man, I'm so glad that nothing's my fault. I'd hate it if people got all upset at me over that. Just as I said before, I'm not forgiving you. Huh? What do you mean? You shoved me down the stairs. As a result, I actually got hurt. Shoved? Oh, come on, that was nothing. Just down like 2 or 3 steps, right? It was like you stumbled a little and missed your footing. That's no big deal. I didn't miss my footing. You made it, so I did. It's clear that it was because of you that I fell down the stairs. With how hard I fell, it was a miracle that the baby came out unscathed. Oh, you're overreacting. Anyway, all's well that ends well. Your baby's safe. I didn't do anything wrong. Everyone wins. Hello? Did you forget I was injured? For the emotional and physical damages you caused me, I'll be claiming consolation money from you. Excuse me? You don't even know the meaning of consolation money? I suggest you Google it. No, I know what it means. What I don't understand is what you mean by claiming it. Why should I have to pay you anything over a little prank? Well, if you don't, I'll be filing a criminal complaint to the police. Huh? What? Tiana, please, you're blowing this way out of proportion. There's no need to get the cops involved. No, I'm not. You made a heavily pregnant woman fall down the stairs and land on her stomach. Do you understand what you did? The third trimester is a crucial and delicate time for a mother and her child. You endangered us both. I still remember the look on your face when you saw me fall. You were laughing hysterically. I can't ever forget that. You caused me so much emotional distress and anguish. I need you to pay for it somehow. Just wait a second. Don't be so sensitive. We're family, aren't we? I might have fooled around a little too much. Sure, I do feel bad, but I didn't think you'd literally fall over like that. Oh yeah, I could totally see that you felt bad. You standing there howling with laughter sure convinced me. The way you fell over was just so funny, I couldn't help it. Don't you ever laugh in inappropriate situations? It was like that. You're the worst. Fine, it doesn't matter anymore. We're no longer going to be a family, so keep doing whatever you want far away from me. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? What it means is that I told my husband and his family about what happened. Huh? You did? Well, my mom was there with me at the time, so she also knew everything. She told Tony too. Huh? He's my husband! Why do you need to tell him? I told you already, you were overreacting. I didn't mean to do it. That doesn't change anything. What you did to me was unforgivable, and your husband deserves to know what kind of person you really are. He's here at the hospital too, actually, and he's telling me all about how he's fed up with you. What? He's there with you? He didn't say anything about that to me. Well, it looks like he doesn't want to talk to you right now. Why? You really don't seem to understand what you did. Why did Tony ever marry someone like this? Oh well, I'll guess he'll be fixing his mistake soon since he'll be divorcing you. Good for him. You two will become strangers, as will you and me. You see what? What are you talking about? This is the first I'm hearing it. Of course, he's still here after all. He planned to tell you face to face later. Aw. Huh? You're kidding me, right? Are you serious? There's no way we can divorce. No, if you really think about what you did, divorcing you is the only option, isn't it? No, this isn't right. There's no ways we can. I wasn't thinking when I pushed you. I just thought it might give you a bit of a scare. That's all. I didn't mean to hurt you. I guess you shouldn't have tried doing that at all then, with such a flimsy reason like that. My parents are furious at you too. They're, of course, going to cut ties with you. Chances are, your own parents will too. Why? Over something like this? It looks like Tony is contacting your parents about the matter, as well as mine. What the heck? Why are things turning out like this? You keep acting like this is an overreaction, but it's not. My child was put in harm's way. You exposed us both to danger. Why don't you try and better understand the weight of what you did? I think it'll be good for you. But we seriously can't divorce. Who's going to take care of me? That's your problem. It's that childish selfishness of yours that Tony couldn't stand. What? The truth is, Tony wanted kids. But you hated kids so much he gave up on the idea because it originally wasn't a deal breaker. He wanted to stay with you regardless. But he found the resolve to make up his mind and divorce you thanks to this. No way. That means He's seriously going to divorce me? Yep. After you two married, you quit your job and stopped doing chores around the house. You took advantage of him and lazed around the house every day doing nothing. And finally, in the end, you pushed your heavily pregnant sister-in-law down the stairs. It became clear to him that you were a thoughtless person who wasn't worth supporting any longer. You no longer carried your own weight in the relationship and offered nothing of value. In a marriage, that's unsustainable. You're supposed to be partners. It seems like he regrets ever marrying you in the first place. This can't be happening. Just wait, I didn't mean to do that. Tiana, I'm begging you, please do something to convince Tony to change his mind. I'll even look after your kid every once in a while, so please. I'll only ask for like $50. That's cheap, right? Excuse me? I can't believe you're trying to get money out of me at a time like this. I have no intention of asking something like that of you. In fact, I'm never going to trust you ever again. Don't say that! I've been working hard and doing my best here. Really now? Do enlighten me. I'd love to know. Well, I'm working hard at a lot of things. See? You can't name anything because you aren't. If that's the case, live the rest of your life without being a burden on others. At the very least, don't talk to me ever again. Goodbye. Patty rushed to the hospital, but since everyone knew about the situation between the two of us, no one let her get anywhere near me. They refused even when she tried to apologize. Then, right then and there, her husband declared their imminent divorce. He told her to pack her bags and leave their house at once. My parents talked to her parents, and after discussing the situation for a while, her parents were ashamed of her. They told her to never come home again, cutting ties with her just like that. Patty fell into despair, but of course she had to pay that consolation money. All she could do was panic. Her husband abandoned her too, after all. I heard she's been job hunting on top of finding another husband to leech off of. She's a piece of work, I'll tell you that. But of course, with how much she was lazing around the house doing nothing, she didn't have a lot of work experience or good qualities to show for it. So she hasn't found a new job that's actually good. All she could eventually scrape up was a part-time job where she gets yelled at by her student coworkers. Seems like she's working hard every day with miserable wages. I hope she can finally find an ounce of common sense. How is this story? What a horrible thing to do to a pregnant woman. It's just unforgivable, huh? It was her own fault though, so it's hard to feel bad for her. Let's hope she finds some self-awareness, It'd be nice if the wound on Tiana's heart can heal as well. If you agree with her, please press like and subscribe to see more content. Let us know your thoughts. Have you ever had awful family members like this? Share all the juicy details. Well then, see you next time.